Happy screen time and thank you for subscribing for Daily Pokemon Sleep Tomfoolery. We are wrapping up our week at Greengrass Isle ahead of the Halloween 2024 event. Oh man, 99? Did you see that 199? I have to wake up a little earlier on Sundays, and apparently I didn't put my phone to bed early enough to get that sleep recording. I missed out on a whole point. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me one day. Alright, and this is our unfinished business right here. We need to use 271 candies. Easy, right? We have thousands of candies in the bag. We can use 271, no problem. Wait a second, that is a problem. If we use candies, we won't have dream shards, and if we don't have dream shards, we can't expand the pot. So today, the personal challenge is, can we spend that 271 candies, pick up that 15 diamonds, and still expand the pot? Now, there are a couple of factors at play here. We obviously don't have enough to expand the pot right now, and I'm not looking to just game the system by opening a dream cluster. I'm thinking, before this sleep research, can we use enough candy to complete this mission, and then still get enough dream shards from today's research to expand the pot? Join me as we gamble with no stakes, because I could always expand the pot tomorrow, but ideally, we'd use those couple extra ingredient slots today because we are grinding dishes. 199. Don't remind me. Alright, so here is the strategy. I have been looking through my box to see what Pokemon could we evolve, because evolving Pokemon uses candy that count towards the mission, but it doesn't require dream shards. We've mentioned this tip before, but today you're going to see it in action. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do that this morning though, so we're going to have to jump ahead in the day to a time when I do have more candies. I mean, more time. We have tons of candies. Alright, first on my list is the double cacao Squirtle we caught a while back. We know we are going to invest in this guy eventually, so let's show him a little bit of commitment and turn him into a Wartortle today. Having these Kanto starters in the game and having them be so valuable is pretty nostalgic. Squirtle was always my starter Pokemon. Well, in Pokemon Blue. I did get Pokemon Yellow for my 10th birthday, and now you can calculate my age if you want to. But I know you probably don't care enough, so it's Wartortle! Oh, I'm sorry, Wartortle. Tortle, come back to me. What happened to our filter? We're gonna have to do this every single time? Well, that's obnoxious. Alright, our next target is Bonsly or Bonsly. I don't know how to say it, but this one has skill trigger M and main skill chance up. It would be a good enough one to invest in if we ever did want a Sudowoodo. And conveniently, Sudowoodo evolves at a very low level. Sorry, Sudowoodo can be evolved into. How do I say that? I'm just trying not to say the pre-evolved form of Sudowoodo again because I don't know how to pronounce it. Although Pokemon is pretty great as a franchise that everyone can mispronounce everything and it's pretty forgivable. Even the name like Pokemon. From my vantage point, the only people who say things wrong are the ones who don't pronounce it like I do in my head. Well, we just added a Sudowoodo to our Pokedex. Let's continue to expand on Pokemon caught. I happen to catch a Meowth with double skill triggers, main skill chance up, and helping bonus. Now, Meowth is one of the worst Pokemon in the game, but if it ever gets buffed one day, we will have a Persian ready to go. If you've ever watched the Pokemon TV show, the Meowth that Team Rocket has, you will know can talk, and I feel like it sets the bar really high for other Meowths. I think it actually makes sense that every other Meowth you encounter in the world is kind of disappointing compared to that one, and they just continued that lore into this game. Very cool. Now we have a Persian in our Pokedex as well. For those keeping score at home, that brings us up to 120 out of 271 candies that we need to use, and this next one is going to be special. We actually have 2 shiny Caterpies, but only one that has Berry Finding S, and although we'd find a better Caterpie ideally to use on a bug island, we see so many Caterpies and Metapods in this game that I am really not worried about grinding for candy later. This golden boy is going to turn us into Pokemon Pearlers. I mean Diamonders. Get it? Like diamond and pearl? Shiny Charjabug? Oh, it's just Metapod again. I've gotta say, Caterpie's shiny and Metapod's shiny are pretty awesome. I love it when a Pokemon looks totally different. And let me say this while it's evolving and not really paying attention, but I personally find Butterfree shiny a little underwhelming, but hey, another advantage to evolving these Pokemon is that we will have the badges for them, the ones that you can use as a profile icon. So congratulations us, we now have a shiny Butterfree, which if we take to level 25 will have Berry Finding S. And that 40 and 80 candies brings us up to 220. Now I'm not going to do this with spending no Dream Shards, but I do want to spend limited Dream Shards. we have a Gulpin, whose stats I forgot to show you, I guess, but that will be worth the investment one day to evolve and to bring up if we ever wanted a Pokemon with Dream Shard Magnet. Oh, and did you miss it? We completed the mission. Exactly 271 candies, and we managed to do it only spending 3,009 Dream Shards, which we could earn another 1740 back right now if we recruit 4 Pokemon, although I'm pretty confident that's not going to happen today. Good luck showing me 4 things that I would even want to catch. It's session 454, and in my personal life, we are nearing that miracle of life. We stayed up last night making sure go bags were packed, getting our kids' stuff ready to send off with family, and if you leave your phone on your nightstand long enough, you're gonna get slumbering sleep. So for the loyal of you who follow this channel daily, you already had one reminder, but just a reminder again, I might be on a little break when a little body shows up at my house and requires feeding and diapers and stuff. All right, Wooper atop belly. And yep, that's it. We're gonna name the baby Wooper. Just kidding, but we've got Cramorant, Quagsire, another Wooper, Marowak, Squirtle, Geodude, a wild Sudowoodo, and a Grubbin. And yes, of course, I had to use a Grubbin incense to get that Grubbin to show up on Greengrass Isle. I'm holding on to my last Grubbin and 1 Aron incense to use during the event next week, as we discussed. Hey, Quagsire's hungry. We can catch a Quagsire right now if we want to. Oh my gosh, I left a 1 pip away Geodude just sitting there. Okay guys, spoiler, I didn't catch that Geodude. I was not paying enough attention. And here I was thinking that I was going to use this time making jokes about how I wasn't going to feed Quagsire, how I hated him that much. Well, dang it. Okay, well, we got a Grubbin, and we are now at our Sudowoodo quota. We just hit it today, sir, so you're just going to have to go look like a tree somewhere else. Go ahead and Sud your wood out. See yourself out is what I was trying to go for there. And I gotta do the Grubbin candies for people. One day I'll tell you guys why I really don't care about Wooper and Quagsire so much. It is totally unrelated to this game. And we will want a Quagsire for the Pokedex at some point. So if we leave him hungry, he'll show up hungry again, right? Because without food in his belly, he's gonna need some grub in it. Please pause for a moment of pondering. Will we achieve the pot expansion? Place your final bets. I specifically didn't draw your attention to the Dream Shards. Oh, we did it! We have 1 pot expansion remaining, and I don't want to think about the insane amount of Dream Shards we're going to have to get for it, but a couple of weeks more of grinding, and we should be there. And look, everybody on here's celebrating. They're so happy. Pot expanded. I know Dragonite's happy. My Dragonite Elote was constantly reminding me when we were at Old Gold Power Plant about the pot expansion. Alright, Grubbin, are you a Rory replacement? Okay, yeah, looking like it so far. That's what you would be if you are good enough. We've got Skill Trigger S, Ingredient Finder S, Helping Speed S, Dream Shard bonus, and Research Experience bonus with, Quiet Nature, Ingredient Finding up, and Experience Gains down. Okay, actually, if I didn't have Rory, you would probably be the guy who I took to level 30. But we do have Rory. It's gonna be hard to beat this Grubbin, who starts with Ingredient Finder M and Helping Speed, and the Ingredient Finding up in the nature. That Experience Finding down is also another minus in this case. It's going to take more of an investment to get it to level 30, which is where we would intend to leave it, but the goal is an only to level 30 investment while we hunt for a long-term Grubbin Vikavolt guy or gal, or whatever new Pokemon that has coffee that gets added before the end of the year that I am totally predicting will come to Telpalo. Alright, thanks for coming, thanks for smelling the incense, hoped you like the taste of a premium biscuit, thanks for helping us stick it to that Quagsire. Let's do this again sometime. Happy researching.